New on Curiosity Stream. Nobody said parenting was easy. A psychologist observes real caught-on-tape family moments and helps parents apply simple rules for happier homes on Kids and Instruction Manual. And one of the most well-known images in art history, the Scream, has been stolen numerous times, and it's not alone. Join the hunt for history's missing masterpieces on Raiders of the Lost Art. It's all on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too-big-to-fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. I don't know if you've seen this video. You can check it out on the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com. There's a guy who interrupted a French news reporter covering the Joe Biden celebration in Washington, D.C.
Yes.
And the reason this is going viral is because this guy was just very excited to share how much he loves French food to this French reporter.
And I've been to France. It's beautiful.
Il est pas le seul ce soir.
I love a croissant. I love an omelette du fromage. I mean, who doesn't love a croissant?
Okay.
The best part is that the guy is not wearing a shirt while doing this.
Yeah, he is.
The reporter has a shirt on.
Yeah, the reporter does. And there's no social distancing right there from that guy.
They both got masks on. They're fine.
Yeah, he's really making Americans look good. The French may not like us anyway, and this dude's already like, okay, yeah.
He looks like he's having a great time in the most awkward way possible.
Yeah, he's like,
this guy's like, you're right. He's like, stop touching me. The dude, clearly, it seems like he may have a drink or two in him.
Just maybe a drink or two.
He's leaning into the French reporter.
Oh, yeah, and he's shirtless, and the guy's like, this is why you guys are the worst country when it comes to the COVID, you idiot. Get away from me.
I know somebody on Twitter posted this video. Somehow got a hold of the shirtless guy.
Oh, really?
His name's Mika. And the best part, he's like, yeah, if you guys want to help me buy a shirt and some French lessons, here's my Venmo.
Yeah, Mika knows how to party.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, I think Mika typifies exactly why not everybody's getting the message about maybe you should take this a little bit more seriously.
He's taking it very serious. He's got a mask and sunglasses.
At least he does have a mask and sunglasses.
So from the neck up, he's good.
He's good. Yeah, he's really, really good. I don't think you can sweat. You can't sweat COVID on people, can you?
I don't know that again because I'm watching the video and he does like a shoulder shuffle when he says croissant, ha ha ha, and it's so funny just to see it.
Oh yeah, this is.
And I've been to France. It's beautiful.
Il est pas le seul ce soir.
I love a croissant. I love an omelette du fromage.
Wow, that is
okay. So escargot,
yes,
a croissant, and then what kind of omelet?
Omelette du fromage.
Yes.
What the hell is that?
A cheese omelet.
Yes.
He probably got that from Dexter's Laboratory because there was a whole episode that was the only French thing he could say, and everyone was swooning over him.
Oh,
omelette du fromage. Omelette du fromage.
Good call, Vicky. I bet that's exactly what that is.
What show is this from?
It's Dexter's Laboratory. It was like late 90s.
Serial killer guy?
No,
it was a cartoon
about a kid genius who had a secret laboratory and was inventing a bunch of stuff.
Welcome, Steve, to wow, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on.
What world is this?
Cartoon Network, man.
Yeah, 95 is when it came out.
95?
Yeah, you were. This is a thing that passed you by because you were an adult.
No, I was in college. Not even in college.
Yeah,
yet.
he was
I was stoner.
Yeah, he should have known all about this.
Yeah, but Vicky's a little younger than you, so
was
she
this
was
on cable?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I didn't have cable back then.
I'm glad we found got to the bottom of that.
I'm happy that I'm not the only one that misses relates now. It's starting to happen to Steve. As soon as you had Tatum, it happened. You start missing all the relates.
Well, now I'm going to be down with all the younger stuff because now I'm watching.
Well,
dude, I'm all about the Pac-Man cartoon and My Little Pony.
Oh, it's happening.
Yeah.
All right.
Some other little bear, some bear hangs out with a little kid that likes to play hockey. I don't know what the hell that was. It was on Discovery Family, and it was awesome.
You got to get into Puppy Dog Pals, man.
Oh, yeah, that's on there, too.
Puppy Dog Pals and Tots delivery service.
Yeah, so you guys now are speaking languages I don't know.
It's so cute.
Yeah.
But Dexter's Laboratory, what in the hell is...
Dude, this is what the kids were doing while you were getting stoned.
Is it out now?
Is it
It might
out
be
now?
on some streaming service at this point, but
Hey,
it's been years.
where can I get one of them smarty phones? Do they sell them anywhere?
It's on the YouTube. I've got the YouTube.
I got the YouTubes. Is it the Facebooks?
It went from 96 to 2003, so
Come on,
it's been a
Steve.
while.
That's how long Steve was stoned.
Oh, sorry, Steve. You can watch it on HBO Max.
Oh!
Okay, I got that.
Oh, you do?
Oh, you got HBO
Nice.
Max.
Wait, is that just HBO?
Oh, boy.
I don't even know anymore.
I got to get me a smarty phone.
Do I have to subscribe to more to get HBO Max?
I don't think so.
But here's
Okay,
the problem,
thank you, Danny.
He may not even have upgraded the app. He doesn't even. You know what I mean?
enough.
He doesn't. You know what? He hasn't explored it.
I
It's
got a
now.
lot going
By the way,
on,
it's now
man.
purple. Okay, it used to be black
What?
with white letters. Now
Shouldn't I go to a doctor if it's purple?
It's purple now. So it still says HBO.
Boom.
You got
I
it?
got it, yeah.
Woo! He's in.
Nice.
All right,
Nice.
hold on. Let's see if you're signed in, though. You're probably not signed in.
Well, that's not fair to throw that out. Oh, yeah, boom. Of course I'm
Wait.
signed in.
Oh, yeah?
Boom. Look at that.
Okay, I'm very surprised.
You guys all.
You're going to watch it then, right?
Yes.
The episode The Big Cheese is when he does the omelette du fromage.
Steve's not
du
gonna watch it.
fromage.
He is not going to watch it. He's just going to play. He's going to watch this clip of that guy making fun
I'll
of the
put it
French
on.
guy.
I'm trying to find different cartoons other than My Little Pony. You know how...
Is it appropriate, Vicky, for a little child?
I mean, it's not inappropriate for a little child,
Oh,
but she probably
boy.
won't like it.
She doesn't understand things just yet.
Yeah.
I know, but you don't want her first words to be a Vicky Bad Word cartoon
It's
like
not
Harley
a Vicky
Quinn.
Bad Word cartoon. It's
Yeah.
a child's cartoon.
Steve,
it's not
you
like an
should-
Archer or Simpsons.
You should have your little daughter watch Harley Quinn. It's it's a cartoon.
No, it's bad.
Is that Vicky talking to me or is that BJ? I'm confused. What's
Yeah.
going on?
I watched bad cartoons with my little brother.
One texter brought up a good thing I could do. I once dropped acid while watching Dexter.
Oh,
There
there
you
we go.
go.
Dexter's Laboratory.
Yes.
If you drop acid watching just the regular Dexter where he's cutting people up, Bay Harbor style, then that's a bad trip.
And so it says the omelette du fromage is also an older Steve Martin bit.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, so Dexter copied
Little
that
nod.
from Steve. You know, I
That's
forgot
funny.
about that. I totally forgot about that. That's a good point. Vicky, all your cartoons are stealing.
Yeah, that's
Or
the only
inspired.
way. Yeah, I was going to say that's how it stays relevant.
Inspired. Look at Steve. I was inspired to take
I
your
got to
copy.
imagine whoever created the Dexter's lunchtime
Laboratory.
show was probably a fan of Steve Martin and decided, you know what, I'm going to work a little Steve Martinism in there.
You know what I love? I love that you just went lunchtime because, like me, you were thinking of the wonderful and tasty Lunchbox Laboratory.
I hear laboratory, I think burgers.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to make fun of you for that, but it was like, I was thinking the same thing. Could I get myself one of them adult shakes at the Lunchbox
It's
Laboratory?
the only kind of laboratory I care about.
Oh, yeah. Well, since we're talking food, let's talk food. As a guy went to extreme measures at a fast food place, all because they were out of lettuce. Steve will tell you all about it. He's got the Migs report for you at 6:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
New on Curiosity Stream. The way we fight wars is changing. Every technological leap redraws the battle lines. How will war be waged in the decades to come? See what lies ahead in the limited series, Future Warfare. And uncover the influence of European cities on the greatest musical compositions ever written in the captivating series, Classical Destinations. It's all on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
Well informed on the issues of the day? Not this guy. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Migs Report.
Well, thanks, you guys. Thanks to Key Up You All for giving us the Migs Report. And today it's all about chaos.
Yeah. Oh, really?
It's National Chaos Never Dies Day.
Oh.
It's a day that you realize and come to terms with the reality that chaos will never die. So go outside of your house and create chaos and go, I don't know.
I wonder how many people are going to really misinterpret that whole statement you just made.
Okay. How do you think they're going to interpret it?
Because really, it's a therapeutic statement.
Right.
Yeah, it really, really is. A lot of us folks like me who think they can manage chaos, we have to really be told, you can't manage it away. Or you should say, stop chaos. You can manage it, but a guy like me used to think that I could actually be so buttoned up and so organized that I would stop chaos from happening.
But you have no control over it.
Well, that's the thing. I really thought I could. I always took it personally. Like, the reason all this S is going wrong is because I wasn't good enough. It's not because, no, it's just how life is.
It will never die, BJ. Chaos never dies.
I had to learn that I paid a guy a lot of money to learn that.
That should be the title of a new Bond flick. Chaos never dies.
Hell yeah.
Right?
All right.
And that's the one where everything just goes nuts.
Well, that would be a good way for it to be.
Yeah. Well, maybe they could have this guy be a part of that Chaos Never Dies movie because it's a 49-year-old guy by the name of Henry. He lives in Florida, and he's all about the chaos. He went to Checkers, which is a fast food joint.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, I'd like to order a sandwich. And like, sure, but we can't provide lettuce. We're all out of lettuce. Apparently, he really likes his lettuce. He got so mad, and chaos never died in his world because he decided to beat up the store.
Oh.
Not any of the employees. He didn't hurt any of the employees.
Oh, that's good news.
He actually tried to beat up the store, the Checkers. Started punching on the windows, screaming when the cops came, and then he refused to identify himself when they showed up.
Oh, man. Well, he's obviously store puncher.
Yeah, well, he's been arrested.
You think he was a little high?
No, I think he was just hungry and he just wanted his veggies.
Oh, he was hangry?
Yeah.
Get that man a Snickers.
I don't know about you guys, man. I was a little hangry after the Seahawks game yesterday. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
That was a tough one to watch. And they still give you that glimmer of hope. Just when you think it's so done. They're down by 17. They're down by this. They're down by that. And then it's like, wait a second. Now it's just a one-score game. Nope, now it's not because you just fumbled. It was just a mess.
Yeah, it was a mess. It was one of the first times I really thought we had no chance. Even when it looked like we had a chance, I was like, I don't think we have a chance.
I mean, just when you thought they have a chance, they find another way to sabotage it, from bad penalties to just terrible fumbles to whatever it may be.
Yeah.
The Seahawks ended up losing in Buffalo to the Buffalo Bills. And what the hell's going on over there with the weather? It's 70 degrees while we're freezing our asses off. It's Buffalo. It's supposed to be cold, BJ.
Dude, that was weird.
That's probably why they lost.
It was 80 in Boston.
What the hell?
I don't understand it either, man. This isn't how it's supposed to be. My wife said down in California it was in the 50s. So
right.
I mean, it's just insanity.
Well, yeah, they lost 44-34 to the Buffalo Bills. And now, congratulations, Pete Carroll, one of the worst defensive efforts by your team, and you were just signed to a contract extension to celebrate that. Well, I'm actually very happy he's going to stay with the team. It's still, that was a bad day to celebrate it.
You notice they didn't give a contract extension to.
Who's that?
Ken Norton.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to find out from Mitch if, in fact, he deserves a lot of blame for what happened, or if, because that's what Mitch has been saying all year.
Well, here's Pete Carroll talking about yesterday's dreadful loss.
Well, what I would tell you is I don't recognize that game. We haven't seen us look like that. And it's a game that I don't have any place in my brain for it. We got a lot of season left. This is the game at the halfway point. Really disappointed that we finished. Whenever we finish anything and we didn't finish it right, it doesn't feel right. And so we got to get back to work and get going. We go right back into the division and all of that, and we have to bounce and get back on track.
And Pete Carroll talking about yesterday's loss. The defense did not look very good, although. Yeah. I mean, some of the pass rushing was pretty decent. They had, 7 sacks.
That's what was so frustrating. I mean, we knocked that guy down so many times.
Josh Allen, who I found out after the game that his grandmother died the day before, and he told the team, he's like, no, I want to play. And, man, he played inspired because he had an incredible game. Like, you're right. He was getting knocked down left and right, and it didn't seem to faze him one bit. I mean, the guy was just playing. He had one of his best games. And, it was nice to see Jamal Adams back out there. And for the most part, it seemed like he was making a difference, especially at some point he, rallied the defense. Is like, yo, we need to step it up. You can see him talking to Pete, like, let me free, let me cook, is what I think they were saying with the announcers. But then he had that terrible penalty. Yeah. That definitely put a massive speed bump in any chance of them being able to turn things around. And here's Jamal Adams staying optimistic because of that game.
We're filling each other out as far as knowing what we can do, the good things that we can do, and there's always pros and cons with everything. So we just got to continue to get better, continue to learn our teammates, and continue to gel this defense. We'll be fine. Obviously it's frustrating, not coming out with a win, and obviously having a lot of mistakes on the field, including myself. But we just got to be better, and we will be better.
I don't know anybody else, but this was my first time actually listening to a Jamal press conference. Mm-hmm. I was very impressed with him.
Oh, the dude's awesome.
Yeah, very impressed with him. I think that the whole positivity and the whole Pete Carroll and Russell Wilson philosophy rubbing off on anybody that comes here, because Jamal Adams, we weren't sure what kind of guy he'd be, but
he was miserable in New York.
Yeah, I think
who isn't
exactly, and so you just don't know when you get a so-called troubled player. But he even talked about that bad penalty, Steve, and he said, "Look, I'm still going to do what I do." But yeah, that was my bad.
I always like his press conference because it's more about him being accountable. He never craps on anyone else. It's just about, I need to be better. Our team needs to be better. But he always says, I also need to be better as well. And also that marked the first game for Carlos Dunlap, who at first I was like, what the hell's going on? But then all of a sudden he seemed to step it up as well. I mean, there's some bright spots. I guess the biggest bright spot is it's not like as if they lost any ground. They're still in first place. They're 6-2. The Cardinals, how about the Miami Dolphins continue to help out the Seahawks, man? They beat the Cardinals yesterday.
You're not going to like my thing. You know what I say?
What's your thing?
You know me. We are 2-2 in the regular season.
Yeah, let's talk to Russell Wilson. I'd rather listen to him than you. And Russ, of course, is always optimistic.
We just got to be cleaner. We got to be cleaner. We still had a great chance to win the game, despite that it wasn't our best game. Obviously, we scored a lot of points. We did a lot of good things in that sense, but we also did some bad things. So we just got to eliminate those things, and I think stay focused on the mission. The reality is, Seattle Seahawks are 6-2. We're still in a good position to driver's seat to just still continue to win and continue to lead, and just try to find a way to make something special happen.
And up next, it's the Los Angeles Rams. Big division battle.
Yeah, let's hope they're not as good as the Bills.
Well, last night, Sunday night football.
Thursday night football.
Oh, I wish it was Thursday night football, because that would mean that today's Friday.
Yeah,
kids.
do it, Steve.
Well, anyways, man, I think I'm just as confused as the Bucs, because they were just terrible out there. They didn't even score a touchdown. They didn't even get 3 points until the end of the game. They ended up losing 38-3. Tom Brady, I think 3 interceptions. Did not look very good out there, to the point where they even took him out of the game.
Yeah.
It was like, this is just a losing cause. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Goodbye. How about those Saints? Pittsburgh Steelers still unbeaten at 8-0 now. They beat Dallas 24-19. But the big talk during that game was not about Pittsburgh's performance. It was about what Tony Romo said about Amari Cooper. I'm curious what you think he said.
Okay.
Because the internet is having a massive debate about this. I think it's pretty obvious, but I also do like, though, the thoughts of the internet and what they think he said.
All right.
Great cutbacks right there. You see the juice he has.
What do you think he said?
I think he said, you see the juice he has.
Okay, yeah. A lot of people thought he said that he had a juicy ass.
Oh.
And that was the debate on the internet.
That's what I heard. Wow, I feel like there's a lot of people that are just shopping way too much at Victoria's Secret, okay? And seeing those old jeans with juicy on it.
He's not wrong. It looks like a juicy ass, but I believe that's not what he was talking about.
Yeah, I think he does, but still. I don't think
Big game tonight, Monday Night Football. You have your former Jamal Adams team, the winless New York Jets at 0-8.
Okay.
Could they get their first win against the New England Patriots? Boy, I hope they do.
Yeah.
Patriots are 2-5, so it's must-watch television tonight.
Yeah.
And congratulations to the Sounders. Jumped to second in the West. They beat the Earthquakes 4-1. At least they gave Danny a little bit of a decent day after all the crap that we had to watch with the Seahawks.
I needed it so bad last night. Thank God.
Yeah. That's
so
awesome.
depressed. I was so depressed after the Seahawks game, and then seeing them score, especially scoring so big, I was just like cheering on my couch.
So the Seahawks are now, the Sounders are now second place in the Western Conference standings, and they're going to face the number 7 seed LA Football Club in the opening round of the MLS Cup playoffs. Okay, that's what's going on. Good luck to the Sounders. As far as weather, a high of 45 degrees. We got some rain later. That's the Migs Report, and that's what's up.
That's what's up. Well, I was very confident in that Cardinals-Dolphins game because I know the Dolphins are a better team because now look, I say the first 4 games are really tough to judge how good anybody is. And the Dolphins, we were lucky to play them when we played them in the first 4 games of the season because the Dolphins are better than what we saw.
So they got the quarterback switch going on there now, too, as well.
Yeah, so they're better than what we saw, and I suspected that they would be because I paid attention to a couple of the games in the AFC East because I knew we were playing the AFC East this year, and the Bills and Dolphins were the teams that experts say, hey, watch these guys.
4-game winning streak for the Dolphins.
I really thought, though, and this is so funny, I really thought that Josh Allen would have trouble with us because he'd had some trouble, and people didn't think he was consistent, but he played like he's back to the form where he was earlier in the season. He's had some rough games,
and I'm sure we'll talk with Mitch at 7:17 with Mitch Levy from Mitch Unfiltered more about the secondary for the Seahawks. But they got to figure it out, man. It was almost like as if they were just kind of hanging out with the wide receivers for the Bills, and just like, hey, here, go catch this ball, have fun with that.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Steve. It was a tale of 2 secondaries. It really was, and Buffalo's secondary was really, really good, and ours. I mean, we have injuries, so that's a bit of an excuse, but still, you ain't going to win if you play like that.
I mean, another game where, even in Russ not having the best game that it wasn't an MVP type performance, but still they put over 30 points on the board.
And don't
win when you get 34 points.
And don't forget, though, no running game. And we were playing from behind. I just feel, and Russell even said at his press conference, he said, I had to take a couple of chances. And he knew, maybe he doesn't take those chances and have some of those turnovers if he doesn't realize I'm playing from behind. And look, he's a smart enough guy. I think he might have even realized that the defense was getting overwhelmed and he was going to have to. I think he felt like he just had to step it up. He just knew the defense wasn't going to be there for him as much as maybe they were.
I thought you were going to say the defense was getting overwhelmed and he figured, I'll have a bad performance and throw a couple interceptions to take the attention off of them. Well, that's a true leader right there.
Yeah, he is a true leader. But I mean, it's tough to know what's going on in the mind of anybody. But I was watching Russ's press conference yesterday, and you read between the lines because he's always Mr. Positive, but he has said a couple of things like, I took some chances. I knew I had to take some shots. And I read between the lines like maybe because he saw that the defense was getting their ass kicked on the field and he was going to have to not be as conservative as maybe he would have liked to have been because you just don't have a chance. You got to hope for some luck. Like, for instance, if Tyler Lockett makes that great catch in the end zone, if he doesn't get intercepted on that 4th and 1, who knows what that would have been? And I think he probably felt in his head, whether right or wrong, that, I got to do stuff like this because our defense is just not getting it done. And I think it's fair to say, Steve, preparation's amazing. And Michael Bumpus, let me give him a lot of love because I watched Seahawks Game Day.
Oh, he's great.
Yeah, it's the first time I saw him on that. I haven't watched a lot of Game Day this year. But Michael really pointed out, he said, dude, you prepare for games. I'm telling you, they thought for sure Buffalo was going to run the ball because they saw what happened the week before. He goes, you only got film to go on. He said, congratulations to Buffalo because they didn't do anything they did on that film. And he said, you are going to be completely with your pants down. He goes, so you got a defense that is banged up and not playing well and completely unprepared for what they saw yesterday. He said, what you saw on the field is the result of great coaching on the other side and a banged up defense that was massively unprepared. He said, I'm not surprised what I saw yesterday. I thought Bumpus was, I didn't even realize that they were prepared for a completely different offensive show.
Which is kind of crazy to think because, look, I'm no coach. I mean, I've done okay on Madden. I took, a team once.
Well, I forgot about that. But you do have cred because of that.
Right. But if I'm going to take on the Seahawks, and I love the Seahawks, but if I'm a coach on the other team, like, let's just throw the ball, man. They're terrible. They can't stop a wide receiver if their life depended on it.
You're right. I think and also how
that's what I would be thinking.
And they've been blitzing the hell. Apparently the Cardinals showed that if you blitz the hell out of our offense and just blitz, our offense hasn't figured it out. Now I know Pete Carroll and the boys will figure it out.
Yeah.
But, I think, they better get it figured out because I'm sure the Rams might do the same thing next week.
That's not the nice thing, but typically they come back strong after a loss. Yeah. So let's hope that's the case because this is is obviously a big game for them, being a division rival. And, you know, the NFC West is still close. I mean, the Seahawks have a 6-2 record, but, you know, they have a couple teams nipping on them with a 5-3 record. So winning these games is huge for them.
Yeah, and I feel like the NFC West isn't as good as we thought it was, which means I'm feeling a little bit more confident. I think we're still the best in this division. And, you know, I mean, we're good, but our defense is not. I mean, that's a bottom line. So I feel good about next Sunday.
I hope so.
Yeah.
And march your mouth. This is a very good defense. They gave out 44 points.
Oh, you're right. You're absolutely right. Well, I apologize. On Friday, Steve, he did get this one wrong.
What is the meaning of the prefix geo?
Geometry.
No.
Geology.
No. No.
For some reason, I don't know why, because geography is about all the land masses on this great planet Earth, but I would have never said Earth is what geo means. All that Latin. You know, Rev's a Latin expert.
He's a Latinist.
Yeah.
Sure.
You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Miggs at 647 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another question from a listener. I have a mountain of credit card bills and consumer debt. Can I still keep my house if I file bankruptcy?
Yes, you almost always can keep your home and your house, your car in a bankruptcy. Depending on what type of bankruptcy you file, would depend on whether or not, for example, you can keep your vehicles if you have payments on them still. You can almost always keep your home if you're current on the payments on your home, even in full bankruptcy. In Chapter 13, you can also keep those items. If you're behind on your house, you could catch your house payments up in a Chapter 13, take off a second mortgage in a Chapter 13. So keeping your primary assets like a home and car is almost always possible in bankruptcy.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. And thanks for listening.
New on Curiosity Stream. Nobody said parenting was easy. A psychologist observes real caught-on-tape family moments and helps parents apply simple rules for happier homes on Kids and Instruction Manual. And one of the most well-known images in art history, the Scream, has been stolen numerous times and is not alone. Join the hunt for history's missing masterpieces on Raiders of the Lost Art. It's all on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit CuriosityStream.com.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too-big-to-fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.